You're watching Wish TV, Indiana's only statewide TV news network. This is breaking news.
And now, we start with breaking news. Police say a person has died from a shooting on Beckwith Drive in an apartment complex off of Hillside Avenue. They say no arrests have been made. They still don't know what led up to the shooting. We will make sure we bring you more information on this as it comes here on wishtv.com as well. Controversy over Bud Light is bubbling over at a Southern Indiana bar tonight. The owner of that establishment is asking customers who spew hate speech not to come back. News 8's Adam Pinsker joins us now live in the studio. So, Adam, this stems from a transgender activist that Bud Light partnered with, yeah?
Sure, right. And she endorsed Bud Light's product, and that garnered a lot of controversy, Alexis. Dylan Mulvaney is an actress and social media influencer. She drew backlash from conservatives after she posted a video of herself drinking Bud Light. Some bars around the country have pulled Bud Light, but a Southern Indiana bar owner says you can still drink it at his establishment.
Fairfax?
McKinley Minifield bought the Fairfax Bar and Grill because he had fond memories of visiting nearby Monroe Lake when he was younger.
The lake life down here is the best in the state by far, and so we have a really amazing, fun atmosphere here, especially in the summer times, and so that's what's drawn me to this place.
But not everyone has been enjoying the atmosphere lately. Minifield says once a social media post with transgender activist Dylan Mulvaney enjoying a Bud Light went viral, some of his customers got angry.
A very vulgar speech indeed.
It prompted Minifield to post this comment on Fairfax's Facebook page saying, "We're aware of the controversy surrounding Bud Light. We support all people in this establishment, no matter who you are or how you identify. We will continue to sell Anheuser-Busch products because we don't care who they make special cans for. If you are intolerant of other humans of any kind, we ask that you keep your opinions to yourself. Should you feel the need to discuss this matter in public, you will be asked to leave. We will not tolerate intolerance here."
We're just dealing with a lot of people and a lot of hate speech and people being uncomfortable. My bartenders were aggravated, and we had customers that were leaving.
More than 500 people commented on the post, some saying that Minifield is being intolerant by not allowing different opinions.
We're a local dive bar in Southern Indiana, right? There's a lot of ideas that get tossed around here, but I've never dealt with anything so overtly hateful as I have recently.
At the end of the day, he says it's just beer.
I think it's what's inside the can that counts. I don't care what Anheuser-Busch is doing. I don't care who their target audience is. It's a product. We sell that product.
And he says business at Fairfax is anything but flat. Minifield says he's getting a lot of support from the community after this controversy. Adam Pinsker, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and like us on Facebook.
News 8 first told you about Carlette Duffy back in 2021. She's a black woman in Indianapolis who says she was discriminated against during her home appraisal process. Now she's featured in a documentary called Our America Lowballed. News 8's Danielle Zolkowski was at today's screening, and she tells us what she learned.
Carlette Duffy needed a home appraisal in 2020 to be able to purchase her grandmother's home using the equity in her own home. But what she didn't know was when she started looking into the racial equity behind the home appraisal process, she would become the center of a documentary and a national push for reform. After research, Duffy was anticipating her home would be worth approximately $185,000. She was shocked to find out it was valued at $125,000 initially. A second attempt, less than 3 months later, had the home at $110,000. The documentary features Duffy and other black homeowners as they navigate this.
I proceeded to whitewash my home. So I took everything that I thought gave any kind of hint of ethnicity, anything that I thought said I'm a black woman. I took it out.
From there, Duffy was granted a new appraisal. Only this time, she had a white male friend stand in during the appraisal, acting as her brother. The home came back valued at $259,000.
When I saw it, I kind of screamed a little bit. And then I instantly got sad. Because what it told me is that it's not my house. It's nothing that I did to my house. It's me.
Duffy says this was a difficult experience. Others in the documentary say there is no real victory in knowing someone's being discriminated against.
It was really traumatic going through this process because it's like you're just evaluating every single piece of yourself and you're taking it apart.
Duffy worked with the Fair Housing Center of Central Indiana. That group says there is work to be done, including public access to appraisal data, diversity in the appraisal industry, and regulating fair appraisal practices.
Our Indiana General Assembly could have done something this year. There was a bill that was filed to address bias or to start address the bias in appraisals, and it never got a hearing this year. Same thing happened last year.
The federal government launched the Interagency Task Force on Property Appraisal and Valuation Equity, known as PAVE, in the summer of 2021, with 5 commitments to help end the racial inequities in home valuation. Duffy says she's doing this work so future generations don't have to continue this fight. I'm Danielle Zulkowski for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and like us on Facebook.
Danielle, thank you. Now moving to IT-Made, as a Delaware County councilman is coming out as transgender and a woman of color. Delaware County Councilman Ryan Webb announced that he now identifies as an Indian American woman. Since that announcement, he's received some support, but a lot of backlash, many calling him childish, despicable, even calling for things like execution. In a statement Webb gave to IT-Made, he says, quote, "It is unfortunate that I cannot simply be given the same space and respect to explore my identity that so many of those targeting me demand for themselves. It's possible I may change my mind down the road. The process of identity exploration is complex, and oftentimes at the end of our personal journey, we end right back where we started." Webb goes on to tell IT-Mate this is just his true, authentic self. The state's budget writers now have more than $1 billion more to work with than they thought. That's the result of a new revenue estimate out today. News 8's government reporter Garrett Berquist explains how this will affect the final state budget negotiations.
The legislature's top budget writers already say this will mean more funding for new mental health programs. Everything else, though, will be part of the final budget battle. The state's top budget writers got an unexpected bit of good news, $1.5 billion worth. That's how much more revenue we can expect over the next 3 years than analysts projected back in December.
You know, it just shows us that the investments we've made in the past are paying off, putting us in a strong position. However, the rate of growth is slowing. That's one thing we want to keep an eye on.
We're excited about those numbers right now. Looking at $2 billion more than what we anticipated, $1.5 billion. I think at this point we can pivot and really do some good legislation and have a real budget for everyone here in the state of Indiana.
Republicans say at a minimum, we can expect more funding for the behavioral health centers included in the mental health bill. Public health funding might be more difficult. Mishler says some members of his caucus oppose the idea of tying additional funding to specific services. And he says he worries about the long-term growth of Medicaid spending, which is already outpacing the growth in education funding.
We still have a lot of bills out there where members want to keep expanding it and adding more people to the program. And that's something we have to take a look at, is how much do we really want to keep expanding? Because once you do, it's ongoing.
For their part, Democrats say they'll try to send the additional revenue to education and public health.
Our goal as the Democrat caucus to see and make sure that we're part of this equation. It's very important that our thoughts, we're here to help. We're here to look at what for all Hoosiers, or the 6.8 to 7 million Hoosiers we have, and to move forward as a state.
The two chambers already have approved their versions of the budget. They have until the end of next week to work out their differences and send a final spending plan to the governor. At the State House, I'm Garrett Bergquist for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and like us on Facebook.
All right, let's go ahead and take a live look outside to downtown. 71 degrees. This is the perfect Wednesday night to maybe grab something to eat, take a stroll downtown. It's a good day for that, Ryan.
And maybe a good day to also put the trash cans inside, because we're going to be windy tomorrow. So windy tomorrow, rain chances increase, but we get to 80 once again for tomorrow. We did reach that 80-degree number for today here in Indy. Temperatures in the low 70s. As you go into northern Indiana, still hanging on to some clouds. Thing I want to point out, the dew points. Much drier dew points right now, and that will lead to some of the forecasts for tomorrow. Now, as we start to look ahead, sustained winds at 11 miles an hour, these will jump back up to around 20 through tomorrow. That's why we have the red flag warnings in place for southern Indiana. Current look at Storm Tracker. There is one lone cell in far northern Indiana, but besides that, we will be under partly cloudy skies for tonight. Warm front continues to lift to the north. We do have multiple rain chances on the way. I'll have the latest timing on those rain chances coming up in a few minutes.
Shaq Leonard took center stage at the Colts complex today. Coming up, how he's feeling about an abrupt ending to a disappointing season.
Wish TV News, reaching more Indiana homes than any TV station in the state.